When you have all of these factors to consider, I get excited. What's up, guys? Kevin Cage here with another XRP update. Let's kick it off. Happy Monday, everybody. So in this video, we are going to be taking a few looks at a variety of XRP price charts, some other people's analysis, including mine, and I want to show you exactly what I am seeing. We're going to be going over some of the recent news and also some of the narratives at play. I found this to be so interesting. And of course, I do want to highlight this as well. Notice, they always try to saturate the market with fear before a big pump, and that's why I love the fear. You have to learn to love it, and you also have to learn to really learn from it, and it's a great indicator to use across the board. With the fear and greed index for the crypto sentiment, we can see we're at 65 greed, and this was just updated recently, and now Blockchain Backer has been spot on with this as well. So quickly reading his tweet to go into my next point. Since May, during the May 2021 crash, Bitcoin in the cryptocurrency market typically retraced to the 702 Fibonacci retracement and then went on to crash 50%, and some alts even crashed 80%. Of course, in the cryptocurrency market, if you've been here for a couple years or several years, you're aware that this happens sometimes a few times per year, and it is scary, so congrats to anybody that has in fact survived this. Now notice, since May, we have enjoyed the following FUD narratives: fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And keep in mind, we are aware that not everything is FUD. Some of it is factual and some of it could be a concern, but notice that all of this was preached when the market was essentially bottoming out. So we have the Elon Musk FUD, we have China banning, you see HSBC essentially banning on-ramps to Binance, you see the FCA of the UK coming hard after them, Tether FUD, what's new? Grayscale with the Bitcoin unlock, releasing all the Bitcoin on the market, all the selling pressure will be too much and tank the cryptocurrency market. We're going to zero for the 1000th time. US government regulatory uncertainty now. You have this infrastructure bill. And it's so interesting that none of this was, occurring at all-time high prices. And what's interesting is, since then, in this whole narrative, on the daily Bitcoin price chart, Bitcoin's gone up 50%. And of course, coming back to the weekly, just want to highlight this really quick. Let me turn on the EMAs. We do in fact have a golden cross forming. And I know I was sharing this when we were at like 43K. And I'm going to say this again, and I'll say this every few weeks, because I just want people to remember this. I believe that DAG potentially is leading the way for many altcoins. And remember, DAG came out of this, QNT. We have some other assets like XDC really pumping, and we have some assets that have created all-time high prices against the Bitcoin pair on the Bitcoin price chart. Something to note and something to observe in the weeks ahead. And of course, this time around, I'm going to try to learn from my mistakes back in May and take more profits. And the funny thing is, how life works, I'm probably going to take more profits at those levels, not on Bitcoin, of course. I couldn't care less for trading Bitcoin, but my alts. And what's going to happen is I'm going to take profits or some off the table, and then it's going to full send. And of course, I'll have that coulda, woulda, shoulda mentality. But anyways, just sharing. And now let's keep going here. So first and foremost, with the XRP price chart on the 4-hour, we have JC Hodler. Now, a great guy. I encourage you guys to follow him, and I always enjoy these looks and his chart as well. I really like his chart setup. So we have the XRP price chart on the 4-hour looking at past history as well, and he's assuming that we are around this area right here, just forming this bull flag and getting ready to full send as well. And truth be told, I see a lot of analysis out there, and it does seem like we are repeating something potentially huge, and I really like the setup. And the thing is, you have to swing the bat in life, and none of what I say is financial advice. I'm only sharing how I'm playing it, but this is one of the setups in the weeks and months ahead that I'm looking for to be potentially life-changing. You have to swing the bat. You don't have to swing at everything, but you have to wait for that pitch, and I really like this pitch I'm getting. And please do not go out and just go trade leverage. You could lose all your money. That's not what I'm saying. I am a very simple buy, hold, and macro swing trader. And, before I came on really preaching everything, guys, I was having consecutive 6-figure months. We just closed another 80% profit again, and I'll show you that chart. I just want you to know, I'm not, just throwing darts at a board here. There's a method to my madness, and I really go deep into what I'm doing. And we'll be doing a live stream on Patreon tonight for members. Links are in the video description, and we'll be going over the next trade setups to ride the waves. We just caught an 80% trade again, but it did take a few weeks to hold. And then we're going to hop into the next one, and whether it's a 20% profit or an 80% profit, I really like what I'm seeing. So you're compounding those returns. And you only need 10 consecutive 100% returns to turn $1,000 into $1 million. And I know that's a perfect scenario, but that's solely for conceptualization. This is from somebody that was at rock bottom, in debt, thinking there was no hope, and I kept building, compounding my returns, and turning it into well over 7 figures. So don't take advice from anybody that hasn't done it before. Everything that I teach is something that I've experienced firsthand, and I take pride in that. But anyways, following the 7th, so November 7th, the 2020 fractal on the 4 hour on the left, we've marked where he believes the 2 charts have lined up. So after the markings on the left side, this is what to expect to print on the bullish side. So pretty interesting to see this on the 4 hour. I would like to do a top-down analysis and go from the monthly, the weekly, the 2-day, the daily, the 8 hour, the 4 hour, and work your way down and see how it rhymes. Look at a variety of other indicators that I'll share. I use MACD. Probably the least. I love the stochastic and of course RSI. I use a variety of EMAs and just moving averages, and I'll kind of show you what I'm looking at as well. But anyways, Standard Chartered, this is a RippleNet partner as well. They have announced a crypto broker service in Ireland, so constant expansion. I know we've gone over this briefly, just wanted to touch on this. This brokerage arm will be called Zodia Custody, and they announced their plans to offer the services to institutional investors in Ireland. Oh, really quick on the Bitcoin price chart, of course, we have the golden cross forming, and I know I posted this yesterday at 43K, just emphasizing that the 8 and 21 EMAs, these are Fibonacci numbers, were forming as well. And the reason I believe that Bitcoin also gets this push is because I'm seeing a variety of other assets, and sometimes on the mini timeframes or mini fractals, they actually lead the way for Bitcoin as well. It's a very unorthodox way of thinking as well, and I like it. And also, things to consider for XRP and its price. We have to understand that Flare Networks is due to go live shortly. That will also bring some demand towards XRP. We have some exciting developments in the actual case between Ripple and the SEC. We have money flowing back into the cryptocurrency market, which also is another factor that could drive the price higher to well over $1 once again. And we have setups that are literally resembling either a 2020 pump or even 2017. When you have all of these factors to consider, I get excited. You have new developments like federated sidechains, NFT capability, on and on and on. Okay, so here's a trade setup, and I want you guys to apply this for anybody that's making it this far in the video and wants some real information. Here we go. So this is the API3 price chart. Now, I'm not shilling this asset. I couldn't care less. All the cryptos that I buy are going to succeed without my stupid opinion and without me buying them as well. But we have... Let's see, so I posted this on July 22nd after I saw point C being fulfilled. So let me explain this. So first things first, on the left-hand side, focus on this Fibonacci retracement. So swing high, swing low, okay? And this is on the daily. And assuming that we'd see some retracement to the 382 level, $4.95, $5, that whole region, okay? So that's one confluence. And we had some other confluences of moving averages at this level. And then what we did is from this bottom, I drew a Fibonacci retracement from swing low to swing high. So watch A, B, C fulfilled and went to the 702. And now the bet was, because I had other assets fulfilling this exactly, A, B, C, point D would be these gold extensions. Now I learned this from Tori, but I really like these -27 extensions along with the -618, which is again, the golden ratio. And of course, we were betting that, and it finally hit this morning. So this was a nice 80% profit, not complaining by any means. And of course, what we're doing right now is we're compounding this with over a 50% APY. And of course, that won't last forever. I posted that on Instagram and I was sharing because I'm excited about this asset that's backed by Digital Currency Group, Emergo, Pantera Capital, like the biggest groups in the world. And somebody said, oh, 50%, that sounds too good to be true. I'm going to avoid that. And I get that sentiment, but in the world of DeFi, that's not too good to be true. There's a method to the madness, and they reward those that come first. So if you have that mindset that everything's too good to be true or that's a scam, I think you're really just closing doors to opportunities that life's presenting to you. So anyways, wanted to share that. Obviously A, B, C, D, okay? And now we're going to go over the XRP price chart quickly, and I just want to show you these Fibonacci retracements. So DAG, one of the assets that I hold, I love, and I'm so excited for the future of this one. Swing high, swing low on candle bodies, okay? Fibonacci retracement. You can see the moving averages as well. This didn't even have a golden cross. It just went parabolic. And this asset shot very quick. I did not see that coming. I didn't think it was going to go that quick. And however, with my analysis of QNT, XTC, I'm seeing a bunch of other assets. I believe that this is kind of leading the way for some alts and other microcaps. So I believe that API3, at least in the weeks and months ahead, will begin to climb out of this cup and handle pattern, and the same thing goes for the XRP price chart. And notice, I want you to focus on this for the XRP price chart because we've been focusing on this for the past several weeks, and I've been emphasizing this since we were at 59 cents for XRP, essentially at this bottom where both candles closed on the weekly, and I knew that was a key level of support. So focus on the stochastic RSI at these levels. And so we have DAG, and we have like dozens of assets showing the same thing that are even ahead of API 3 as well. So it's leading the way for me as data. So what we're seeing is DAG comes up, completely ripped through. We have API 3 leading the way on the weekly stochastic, showing some nice strength. In XRP, we're talking about it bottoming out. I said, watch this because other assets are doing it. I'm still watching Zcash, Ontology, a variety of them. QSP, you name it. And I believe, obviously, with all the money that just came into Bitcoin, some of this, we're going to get some nice pumps. However, whenever we get too greedy, people are going to get shook out. But these are on the macro views, okay? So big wicks, that's natural for me. That's normal for me to see. So just wanted to focus on that. We finally made it to the 382 retracement for API 3. And the 382 retracement for XRP is essentially 95 cents using the candle bodies. Of course, we can do wick to wick and get a little more aggressive, but climbing back up gets it well above $2 as well. So just watching how this kind of started cutting up, a little price momentum would push that up. We have the golden cross forming here. We have the golden cross forming for XRP on the weekly. We have the golden cross forming on Bitcoin on the weekly. When you find these setups, you get excited. Now, hedge your risk. I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm just showing you what I see and how I'm playing this market. Just a simple buy and hold strategy, and then playing up to the 702, 786. We're looking at $1.20 to $1.30, and you can see the Bitcoin price chart is so close to touching right there. Let's see how this RSI is looking, and see how the weekly stochastic started curling up nicely. Okay, now 2 things by XRP Darren I really want to share. So Gary Gensler, chairman of the SEC, praised central bank money and said private money has a history of failing. That's pretty comical because we can see the lifespan of fiat right here, approximately 27 years. Wow, so let's see, a few years back, the organization dollardays.org had published a study concluding that the average fiat currency has a lifespan of 27 years. And as we recall, the average lifespan of a reserve currency is roughly a century. So pretty interesting. Next, XRP Darren right here. Digital identities linked to your financial, legal, health, and voting records. Artificial intelligence analyzing all ledgers and extracting valuable data for central planners to govern the world. And I'm going to emphasize this in a minute. And then central bank digital currencies that have a burn rate or interest rate to control money velocity and the supply. Absolutely. Complete control. This is a quote from A. Karstens. Now, something to emphasize with this, and I hope this video does not get shadow banned, because every time I talk about anything that's actually interesting, my video gets like no views. So, and I swear that like YouTube can track it. I promise that. So, if you guys have an Oculus Quest, I have an Oculus Quest VR headset, the virtual reality headset that you can get. It's a little wireless one you put on. Why is it so cheap compared to all the competitors? Well, what we realize is that when you agree to the terms and conditions, you're allowing for Facebook to track your eye movements within the VR headset. And what's happening is they're having algorithms record and track your eye movement within that virtual reality headset and sending it to the smartest psychologists in the world in order to actually understand how your eyes function and look on a screen to basically improve the position of their marketing. It's very crazy. Not to get too dark and weird, but it really does make you wonder, how much free will do we really have if all of these algorithms and technology are just mapping our human behavior to a complete algorithm? It makes you wonder. And I'm not going to look the other way and pretend that the world is full of sunshine and rainbows. I'm aware of what's happening around the world, and my prayers are out there, especially for all the fires occurring currently as well, from the crazy, crazy climate, from the extreme heat that we've been experiencing as well. So I hope people are safe. And essentially, investing in crypto, if this is leading to, whether it's more open world or a more controlled system, with the money that I'm making, I'm going to ensure that I do good with it. Whatever bad comes out of it, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to contribute and do some good with it as well to make this world a better place. Just a little rant there. Per CoinDesk, the 20 largest decentralized autonomous organizations, these are DAOs or DAOs, hold $6 billion worth of digital assets. API 3 is in fact a DAO as well. So something to watch, because DAOs are going to really start growing in the future. I know the state of Wyoming is very, very forward thinking, and I think this is just the beginning. We're still going to have centralized platforms, guys. I'm not saying everything's going to be DeFi, but there's a place and a use for DAOs. Just like Matthew Liny says, the Middle East is ready. The largest money transfer service in the Gulf states is Ripple-enabled technology, Dubai. Remember, Dubai, funny enough, right before the lawsuit, what happened? Ripple, they got a regional headquarters in Dubai. Back in November 2020, Ripple opens new regional headquarters in Dubai after citing unfavorable US regulatory framework for businesses. It was really kind of setting the narrative, and then 1 month later, boom, the SEC lawsuit came. So Dubai, and let's see, I don't even know how to say this, Emirati Swiss Consortium is acquiring Bahrain's BFC Group Holding, which owns the Gulf country's largest money transfer and exchange company. Very interesting. So this is a massive remittance giant. We can see right here, 30 countries. Oh, and Finabler, this is also a Ripple partner. I know it was acquired for like pennies on the dollar back in the day as well, but pretty interesting. And now back to Matthew's former tweet back in January. This guy is an amazing researcher. I don't know how he only has, let's see, he only has 11,000 followers. Guys, go follow this gentleman, Matthew, and then in caps, L-I-N-Y. Amazing XRP research. I hated Twitter. I never was on Twitter for the longest time, and I came onto Twitter solely for XRP research. And of course, sometimes it's a cesspool, and you gotta, kind of block certain people. But to me, it's worth it. The information and the relationships that I've built are life-changing. Met some amazing people. So anyways, Ripple partner. Finabler's ecosystem includes central banks and large financial institutions. The digital transformation is happening. So looking at all these MTOs, money transfer operators, you can see Rio, which is RippleNet, MoneyGram, Barclays, HSBC, and Western Union. So all of these organizations have used or are using RippleNet today. WorldPay, we already know the connections between them and Amazon, and of course Ripple, along with FIS, thanks to I Am Legion and his amazing blogs. Now we have some new entrants, Asimo, which uses XRP. We have Revolut, which is actually expanding into Latin America as we've seen, and then TransferWise, a competitor of Ripple that we should keep an eye on. SAP has in fact trialed Ripple. Oh, and look what we have here. Backend infrastructure. We have Ripple, correspondent banks and distribution partners Ripple, and we have Swift right there. So pretty interesting. And I know I've shown video clips of SAP talking about that. And remember, Ariba network, this is a massive network. I have my own conspiracies and thoughts that they will use RippleNet to some degree. And they're quite large. So check them out as well. Ariba network of SAP. And SAP is one of the big tech partners that has helped a lot of groups. I believe they also helped ATB and Respank trial XRP back in the day. Oh, here's what I was referencing, guys. So this is back in 2016. So ATB Financial, and sorry, my brain is like a dictionary, so I have to kind of scan it. But ATB Financial collaborates with SAP and Ripple Labs and Respank to send real international blockchain payment from Canada to Germany. And so it would have typically taken 2 to 6 business days because of the requirements such as settling with counterparty banks and reconciliation. Remember, we're focusing on settlements. This is why XRP is so life-changing. And here's what I want you to reference and look at later. This is SAP Ariba Network, one of the biggest networks in the world. And we're talking trillions of dollars in business commerce each and every year, operating in over 190 countries. And as I referenced, the world's largest B2B network. We have out of Uruguay, a senator introduces a bill to enable use of crypto for payments, a step in the right direction. Latin America will absolutely be adopting cryptocurrency. And last but not least, guys, we'll finish up with this, and I'll provide some more XRP-centric information in the next video. I just haven't done a video since Friday, so I wanted to share a few things and share my look on the price charts. I took the weekend off, spent some time with family, was really focusing on the charts as well, and I want to share this because I think we've all experienced this firsthand. Very few are actually excited to buy the dip when it comes for our, favorite crypto or assets, because we fear it will keep dumping. Just like when it went to 58 cents, we're confident in the future of XRP, but what if we wanted to maximize our buy and it went down to 40 cents? And even fewer are excited to sell the pump and take profit when it actually comes because we fear it will keep pumping. This is just basic market psychology. I like tweeting these types of things just to really let you hear it in another way. And sometimes it just slaps you in the face like, wow, how can we learn from this? But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Links are in the video description. Patrons, I will be doing the live stream tonight, and I'll catch you in the next one.